Okay, welcome to NoIdeaPodcast. As you can tell by the title today, we are going to be focusing on The Hobbit and things like that to do with Peter Jackson.
Yeah, we're not ripping off No Idea Reviews. We're actually the same people as do that, just in case there was a bit of confusion, like, dude, you copied their name. It's not, we're the same guys.
Yeah, cool.
So, initial thoughts on The Hobbit, for me, was that, it could be a really good idea, it could go terribly, and by the first trailer I was thinking this is actually really cool.
Yeah, I thought the first trailer got my attention,
yeah,
but it sort of didn't look like the best film it could have been,
no,
even though I've not seen it. It was like released like a year before this.
It's nice to see Lord of the Rings back, but I think it did look a bit, the trailer was a little bit tedious, but I think the whole premise of it and the whole idea that Lord of the Rings will be back, yes, with a different cast, but it's still got people like Ian McKellen, so that's awesome, and it just has the Lord of the Rings feel to it in at least the latest trailer, the second trailer.
Yeah, but the second trailer, I think, again, like,
it opens it up a bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like there's so much more in the second trailer. There's like you really, in the first trailer, you really get introduced to all the characters, and then in the second one, it actually shows you all the Lord of the Rings stuff
I wouldn't say introduced. I'd say more like you're looking at all these people like, oh, these are the new characters that are going to be put in this film. So just like you kind of get to grips with who they are, but you don't really understand what kind of relevance they have
or what role they play in the film. Yeah.
So that is a reason why I am definitely looking forward to the Hobbit, to really get to know exactly what Peter Jackson's doing with all these different characters and everything. That'd be very interesting to see.
I dig you on that level.
And they're doing the same thing as they did with Lord of the Rings, aren't they? How same time they film them all and then they release them a year after each other. That's the kind of thing they're going for.
Oh yeah, but if you think about it, I think it's a really good way to film any film.
You know, they did it with Back to the Future 2 and 3. I think they did it with The Matrix 2 and 3. So
yeah,
that kind of tells you that it's not always going to go amazingly, but I'm looking forward to it. I think the whole idea of splitting it into 3 isn't great, but I think because what we found out was that it is actually, obviously it was from J.R.R. Tolkien's notes.
Yeah.
And we just thought, if they're not making this, if they didn't think it was good enough to make it into a book, then why is it even a film? And it turns out he died before he finished it.
Yeah, so that was kind of a bit of an astonishment.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a kick in the teeth. Like, so we just got mugged off.
But Hobbit is scheduled for release mid-December, and the second one second and third will be coming out simultaneous years. But
simultaneous years. But
I think
it's corresponding. Yeah.
Whatever you want to say. Get in my face about it.
Yeah.
But I think another thing about it, the 2, I think 1 and 2 have already been made. 2, I don't think has been edited.
Yeah, it's 1 and 2 have finished filming definitely. There was an announcement about that, but then just straight after that, it was like we want to make another one. So it's like, oh,
yeah.
So then it's a bit weird with the whole trilogy type thing.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
but
I think it'll be good.
I don't know how good it will work out, but even how good. If the first one's really good, then I'm gonna like the other ones. I think that's kind of the whole thing that's gonna be going on.
I think it'll be quite a long process.
Yeah, because all of them are gonna be like to be continued. So it's just like, oh, I wonder what's gonna go on. Especially for people who haven't actually read the Hobbit or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which I haven't, so I don't really have an insight on that kind of thing. So yeah. Also, I did a trailer review on it on No Idea Reviews. Make sure you check that one out. That's I'm not sure if it's on yet, but I did one of them, and it's going to be on very soon.
So that should be cool, and we are really, really looking forward to The Hobbit.
We did another trailer one that's on Twilight, another trailer review that we did that on a Twilight Breaking Dawn
Part 2.
Yeah, we did it on that.
We're probably going to go and see that, but I don't expect any great reviews.
All I would say is that I don't think it can get any worse. So an upside, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that,
I'm not sure when that's coming out. I think that's November.
Yeah, it is November.
Yeah, because The Hobbit's coming out in December, so if it's going to be... Oh, some other films like Django Unchained, that's coming out really late December. That's like the 28th.
So yeah, but that looks awesome. It's set to be high hopes. It's got Jamie Foxx,
Leonardo DiCaprio. It's got that. I can't remember his name. He's that Chudnovsky guy from what's it called? Chudnovsky from the Green Hornet.
Ah, there we go. We have Jamie Foxx in it, Christoph Waltz.
Yeah,
Leonardo
that's him, Christoph Waltz.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Samuel L. Jackson,
and Kerry Washington. I don't really know much about this film. I just know that it's written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, so that is a must-see for me.
And you find that some of his films are quite brutal.
Yeah, they are brutal. I mean, you got the Kill Bills, and you got Pulp Fiction.
You got Rock and Roller, which was like quite... Sorry about that, guys.
Whoa, burping on air, dude.
So I found Rock and Roller to be quite a rock and roll ride.
Yeah, well, another film, I think, this is Hugh Jackman. I can't pronounce it. It's like Les Miserables.
Les Miserables!
Les Miserables?
Les Miserables. It's
what he said...
It's like miserable French people.
I don't know what it's about. I think it's a remake of something.
It's not a remake, I can tell you that for sure, but it is a movie of a play.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, so that's probably why I've heard of it before then.
It is like a major Broadway production.
I think the other, like, big thing coming out is Jack Reacher.
Oh, yeah,
that's the Tom Cruise one that I was saying. It looks like he's just going back to his Mission Impossible type stuff there.
Yeah.
Which I don't really know is the best idea, because he's probably going to get a Mission Impossible 5 coming out pretty soon, I'm guessing.
But people thought that the Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol would kill the franchise,
No,
and
I
it didn't.
thought that was amazing. That was actually like one of my... That's the favourite of my Mission Impossible films.
Yeah.
That was one of them like dark horse type films. You're just like, wow, this is actually really good, and it probably shouldn't have been.
And it got rated the best out of all three anyway.
When you have a fourth film that's better than the first one, I mean, you know you're doing a bit strange there.
Because, like, there's things like Bourne films that sort of, I think, decrease. Apart from maybe the Ultimatum that stays at the same level.
It was like the Bourne Identity was great. Bourne Supremacy was still good, but it didn't feel any different. It just felt like the same film.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Bourne Ultimatum was a lot more action-packed and less story, but that was just badass. And then obviously Bourne Legacy, did a review on that, you can check. Actually, we did a review on all of them, so you can go to No Idea Reviews, check that out, and yeah, whatevs. I'm not really sure who. Go back to it on Jack Reacher. I'm not really sure who directed that one. I'm not sure who's going to be directing that one. The only thing I know about is Tom Cruise going to be in it, and
cannot place my finger on it.
Yeah. So, but there are trailers for that.
Obviously, this is like totally coming away from like new films. But due for the release of Monsters Inc. 2, which is in 2013.
2013, yeah, 2013, yeah.
Summer of 2013, they are going to re-release Monsters Inc. in 3D.
I think the reason for this is more because kids who haven't seen the first Monsters Inc. will want to see it.
And kids who haven't seen the first Monsters Inc. should go to
No, but I mean, like, when you get, like, 7-year-olds who want to go to a kids' film, it's like Monsters University animated, they've probably not seen the first Monsters Inc. That's actually a good point.
That, yeah, because Monsters University is going to be released in 2012, but if you're like 6 years old and really into animated films, you're not going to have been around when Monsters Inc. was released.
I think that's the kind of thing why they re-released Finding Nemo.
Yes.
Because obviously that's going to be released in 3D. I don't know why they did it so, like, they did it now and not like in 2 years' time or something.
True.
But Finding Nemo is intense.
Great film.
It's all-round great film.
All-round amazing film.
Also going on a bit of a different kind of street, whatever you would call it. We're going on to, obviously, Peter Jackson's going to be directing this, The Hobbit. Going back on The Hobbit, just in case you forgot what we were talking about.
Wait, you want to just stop and then, like, take a quick ad break?
No.
Because we're talking like that.
So yeah, he is still directing this one. He's done films like Tintin, which I thought was actually really good.
Yeah, Tintin, like...
It's strange because you look at it and you think, turd. But
yeah, because
it's about unicorns or something, isn't it?
Yeah, the poster's not like the greatest appeaser.
Yeah.
Because it's got some fat guy and then really weird humanoid animated Tintin.
Yeah, and this was an animated TV series, I believe.
Yeah, I've got some recorded on video.
Oh yeah, retro motherfucker. Also, we're just going to go to a quick break, but we will be back talking about Peter Jackson. So yeah, let the good times roll.
Okay, we are back after our short ad break.
Yeah, we were just getting a drink and we thought, let's put an ad in there so we seem legit. So what we were talking about before we went away was Tintin, and we were saying how that it was actually quite good and surprisingly good, really, because of how I think it's more to do with Peter Jackson directing than anything, or writing, or whatever he was involved with in that.
Well, it's mainly a director's job, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, but I kind of get what you mean. Like, it is kind of the director's job to kind of make the film obviously better and like more togetherness and all that.
Because if you're basing it off a book, you've really got to like exceed the standards. Because if people like love the book, you're like, right, I've got to make them really love the film.
A lot of his films are actually very original, though, are they? It's like Tintin, that's already been done before. King Kong already been done before. Lord of the Rings from books, adaptations, that kind of thing. So.
Oh yeah, but the King Kong 1930s one, it was good for that time. Yeah, but it was like.
I mean, it's like, I suppose you could call it a classic, like, but then. There are like King Kong versus Godzilla and that kind of thing, which it looks stupid now because it's just like little plasticine, no, not even plasticine, just toys.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool stop motion.
Yeah, it's quite cool, but I don't really buy it now. I think if I was around in that kind of era, I probably would have, but not really doing it for me. Oh, on Godzilla though, saying about King Kong versus Godzilla, well, there was a Godzilla film, 2004, I think it was.
With a Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, the Ferris Bueller. And that they're actually going to remake it, aren't they? They're going to reboot the Godzilla series type thing.
And I hope it'll be.
They've got posters for it, haven't they?
Yeah, because I really liked Godzilla when I was young. I was like proper into dinosaurs, and then I thought like Godzilla was like the epitome.
Of dark poo. No, it's amazing. It's not a good film at all, though. That 2004 one was a turd film.
I thought it had some funny moments.
No, it's not. It's not good at all. I thought every part of it was just stupid.
I thought it was a bit boring because I always used to skip to the bits where Godzilla came and then skip through all the boring bits.
That kind of defeats the object of the film. Man.
Yeah, so Godzilla just comes and smashes everything.
But I'm really looking forward to this new Godzilla film. I think because what they seem to do is make everything dark now.
I reckon it'll be a 15.
I haven't even thought about that. I think, that could be true, actually, because if they want to make it darker, if they want to make it more gruesome or something.
Yeah, because Godzilla will, like, rip out some kid's heart.
But if it's going to be, like... If they are going to make it darker, then it's going to be good. It's going to have to be a 15, I'm thinking. Yeah, or rated R, or whatever you call it in the States.
Yeah, to at least get some recognition. Because if they make it like the PG version that they did, with like no swearing, no action, not much. There's like the occasional spot of Godzilla blood.
Yeah.
But there's no humans getting the limbs torn off.
So yeah, I think I kind of understand where you're coming from there. Like, it is, if they do make it really dark, then the pulling limbs off and stuff is probably going to occur.
Yeah. But with Godzilla, I don't know how he can pull people's limbs off since he is like massive, and then people are like insignificant towards him, so he just like eats them.
I don't really understand the whole story behind Godzilla, but I'm looking forward to it because I think it would be a cool idea.
Oh no, you find out at the start of the first film because it shows some like lizards on a nuclear power plant station, and then the thing blows up, and then the thing is massive. And
intense. Obviously, this is kind of the reason we're talking about this. Peter Jackson obviously did the Lord of the Rings films, and he's going to do The Hobbit. Lord of the Rings films are great, in my opinion. They're one of the best trilogies around.
Oh yeah,
maybe like The Dark Knight, something like that. But great trilogy.
You gotta hand it to him. He did a spectacular job, and he and it wasn't him who just suffered when he had to like rewrite things and stuff like that. It was actors as well, because I'm not saying like mega movie nerds, but I think a few people have looked at special features and how it was made, and like one of the actors, I can't remember what's he called.
Orlando Bloom.
No, the Samwise Gamgee.
Oh, sorry. Sam, as in like the gay Hobbit guy.
Yeah, him.
Oh yeah, he stood through that bit of glass, didn't he?
Yeah, and he stood through a glass, and then it went through his prosthetic Hobbit foot, and then he was like
through his foot as well. That was in because obviously it's all filmed in New Zealand, isn't it? So
I think it was in the scene where he wades out to try and get onto Frodo's boat.
It's on that beach, and then it's just like they scanned that beach for ages, and then and he stood on the one bit of glass. That just tells you, like, I mean, if that happens to you, you're thinking, oh, this film's just going to go from bad to worse, and it really didn't. It worked out wonderfully. Also, I mentioned Orlando Bloom. he will definitely not be returning for The Hobbit. Obviously, if he had, then he would have appeared in the
It
trailer.
was scheduled to go
Yeah,
in it,
no,
wasn't
yeah, he was scheduled to go in it, but apparently Peter Jackson didn't actually like working with him.
Oh.
Apparently he was a bit of a bell.
Yeah. So Orlando Bloom...
That might have actually been another reason why I wasn't in the other Pirates of the Caribbean films.
What, the last one?
Yeah, that might be a reason.
Was that... Oh, what, just because he's a massive bell to
Yeah,
work with?
because he's a prick, yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
well,
think that could be a contributing factor.
completely follow up there.
Yeah, but also J.R.R. Tolkien, the writer of these phenomenal books to films, whatevs, that type of thing, he wrote a lot of Middle-earth books, didn't he?
Yeah, because we went through it, and he's written like 12 novels of like how to survive in Middle-earth.
And then there's like about the Hobbit, and there's like about the Ring, and it's like all these stuff.
Books that written by the Hobbit, so it's like a book within a book, and there's like so many like branches. Sorry to use the term again.
Yeah. Going back to the trailer, actually, what I didn't actually see in the trailer was orcs.
I saw the schmelting, if you know what I mean, like in the first three, or the.
But they had all the
trilogy.
talking trees and stuff, didn't they? In the first three, they're that kind of thing, and I didn't really get that from the trailer. What?
The Ents.
The Ents. Like a bit of a nerd over here.
Oh,
but,
short, mate.
Short,
the bass trees. Have you seen it?
No, but it's like. I think that's what made Lord of the Rings really cool, because it had like these orcs with like the deformed people, and then it has like talking trees, that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. So yeah, like orcs were like these deformed people, and they were just intense. And I thought, if we don't get that in The Hobbit, then I might think, oh well, this doesn't seem as Lord of the Rings-ish.
Yeah, but the other thing, it must take ages to do every single orc's like makeup and mask and things.
There must be a lot of thought going into it.
Yeah.
As well, like.
Again, another reference to the special features. They have to do each individual like sculpt of the face.
Lines.
Sure.
If you don't know what that reference was from, it was from our old review show. It was called The Review Show.
The gayest thing you've ever heard.
It was like on our Avengers preview.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I think Hulk's a bit more hulky with his. He's got more lines and more muscle tone.
Shut up, Nick. But anyway.
So, yeah, back to like J.R.R. Tolkien's books and stuff. He did a book that's actually very successful. It's called The Silmarillion. Or Silmarillion. Or
I don't think one of us can pronounce it. I think it's called The Silmarillion.
Yeah, something like that. Well, this is never going to be made into a film because J.R.R. Tolkien. I hate saying that. You have to say J.R.R. Tolkien.
You can't just say like J.R.
Let's just call him Tolkien. So yeah, Tolkien's family like own this book, and they're not going to sell it. They don't want to make that into a film, and I suppose I respect that, but I don't really see why.
Right, this is like nothing to do with any of the films. This is just a little shout out. One of the people who is, I think, J.R.R. Tolkien's like great grandson. He was in he's in the third Lord of the Rings for 3 seconds. Just a little fact that you might want to know.
Kind of Stan Lee type cameo.
Yeah, but not really a cameo because no one knows who he is.
Alright, okay. Well, let's just go around. What are your expectations of The Hobbit?
I think The Hobbit is gonna. I think it's gonna be a really, really different look into Middle Earth. I think they're gonna have all the same orcs, all the same Uruk-hai, and like Saruman and things like that, and Sauron. But I think you're gonna get to see it at a really, really different time, and I think it'll be a lot different.
Yeah.
So, but James, what were your thoughts on the Hobbit trailer?
Yeah. Well, the Hobbit trailer, I thought the first one, obviously, it kind of said there's a Hobbit film coming out.
Yeah.
The second one, that's a different story. That looked awesome, and I think awesome reference.
Shut up.
I swear I'm not gay. Hashtag forced laugh. Okay. Well, yeah, my expectations on The Hobbit, I reckon it's going to be one of the best films of the year. I think the only film that it is going to be better than, better it would be something like Looper, or maybe Dread or Lawless, something like that. I'm not really quite sure at the moment.
Oh yeah, to talk about that, just for I'm not like taking it away from the podcast, but I will be seeing Looper and The Sweeney this weekend, so those reviews will be on No Idea Reviews hopefully very soon.
Yeah, probably next week sometime. Also, make sure you follow our page on Twitter and Tumblr. Also, like a page on Facebook. That's for No Idea Reviews, not No Idea Podcast, because that doesn't exist as a Facebook page.
No.
So yeah.
And one more review coming out will be the London Olympics game.
Oh yeah, we've been bashing it today. That's what we're doing in our break. I mean, the break was about 5 seconds long in your eyes, but we were kind of stopped for about half an hour to do that. So yeah, we were completely destroying this game. Like, oh yeah, man, and it's addictive like hell. It is like awesome.
Buy it as well, please.
Yeah,
please
actually
buy
it. I mean, even if you're not into sport, I mean, just buy it. So yeah, review will be going on very soon. Thanks for listening.
Also, one more thing to talk about, a little mini series, like maybe like once or twice a week, will be McKay's Music Corner.
Oh yeah. Because you know. Obviously, you'll know about the Green Day podcast we put up. Well, that is actually. We're not going to do any more, a lot of music podcasts together. A lot of the music podcasts are just going to be Luke doing them, because I do quite a lot of like movie reviews, so he's going to be doing quite a lot of music stuff, so that kind of evens it out kind of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, so there's going to be about 2 videos a week. We're going to try and do like one big one a week. So obviously The Hobbit. Next week will probably be some like Twilight.
Hopefully.
Or Batman.
Or Batman.
Yeah.
Batman would be a good review, and then we can get people like Flametail in to talk about it.
Flametail 23 will be joining us for some of them via Skype. Some other people like BW Davidson and the German Extremist and people like that. So yeah, thanks for listening. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I need a piss.